What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we are back with something I never thought I'd buy, and I'm looking at it right now wondering why I even bought it to begin with. And this is it. This car is so small that I almost have to walk right up on top of it to make it even look big in the camera. This is my $39.95 special. This is a car that I probably paid too much for. $39.95, something like that. I think I paid right around $4,000 for this car. Maybe it's $3,500. But either way, this is my 50 horsepower. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm joking. It's not 50 horsepower, guys. It's 51 horsepower. This is my 51 horsepower 1987 Nissan. Yes, this is a Nissan. Unlike any other Nissan you've probably ever seen before. This is a Bravo Echo -1. BE-1 is this car's designation. And it's got some aftermarket wheels. And that's about it, man. I don't know. I just got back for vacation. I've been gone for a week. This car showed up while I was gone, and so did this car. I bought a Tesla Model S performance model while I was on vacation, and I bought this, and both of them showed up. I just finished filming the video of the Tesla. I have never started this car. I've never opened the door to this car. I am just now looking at this thing with you guys. I think these are called like micro cars or something like that. I don't know. It's definitely got a few dings, and you know, it's not perfect, but I bought this so cheap, and it's my first right-hand drive car. I don't really care if it's a manual transmission too. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I thought when I bought this that this was an automatic. It's a manual. That's going to make this so much more fun. So much more fun. Let's see. What does this say? 1987 Nissan Be-1, clean New Jersey title, JDM import, gray market, front-wheel drive, 1.0 liter, 4-cylinder gas motor, factory air conditioning? I didn't know it had air conditioning. 5-speed manual. So let me tell you how I accidentally bought this car. I accidentally bought this because I was browsing around on ACV auctions, which, by the way, is where I bought my Tesla. I've been buying most of my vehicles lately from ACV auctions. I was just browsing, looking at cars, and this thing out of nowhere popped up on the auction block, and it only had, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes left. There were 3 or 4 other people bidding on it, and I thought, man, for $4,000, basically, this is not a bad way to get into these oddball, weird micro cars, these right-hand drives. I had to have it. I did. I had to have it, and I bought it. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, it's kind of rough, man. It's I don't know what's going on here, but that's coming off. Looks like somebody spray painted the top. It's got this really cool, not cool antenna. We'll leave that up just because. Oh, and tell me it extends. No, it doesn't. Dang it. Yeah, somebody spray painted the top, and it looks like a few places have been spray painted. There's some paint defects here and some other. Again, I want to make it very clear. I don't care. I really don't care, guys. This is just a weird car. It's got a lot of strange, not hail damage, but it looks like somebody dropped stuff on the hood. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely not perfect. Somebody spray painted those rockers as well. But it does have these awesome wheels with Goodyear GT065 tires that look like they have seen way better days. These tires look really, really old. They look really dry rotted. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're a little on the dry rotted side, guys. But they got good tread, so we shouldn't have any problems, right? Keys, I do believe I found the key. There's one key. I'm guessing it goes to everything. There's your gas, and you can clearly see everything is in Japanese in there. I don't know what that says. Probably minimum of 93 octane. Let's check the trunk. Oh, it pops up for you. How cute. Yeah, I'm gonna Uber in this. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Uber in this car. Is there a spare? There is. There's a spare tire in here. Wow. Okay. I don't know what you're putting in I'm sorry, guys. This is exactly why I bought it, because it's just so damn funny. This car is, it's absolutely hilarious. Obviously, it needs a good cleaning. The seats are kind of dirty. I can't believe it has back seats, but it does. It's got back seats. It's got crank windows. Oh, they work. Very nice. You've got this metal cage. You could lift the whole car with this weird little shelf that they've put in here. Oh, when I sit in it, the car leans heavily to the driver's side. I was going to say the passenger side. This is very strange for me. Very strange car. And the car only has, I think, 40,000 miles. Here's the, I don't know if you can even see it with as bright as it is. But anyway, it's got 0.78480 kilometers. So I have to assume that's like, what, 45,000 miles, American miles on the odometer. Now, I'd like to know where you put the key, but, oh, way down here. I wonder if it's even got power. Probably dead. No, it's got juice. We've got lights. No way. I can't believe that this is a stick shift. Down here, we have a cassette deck by Pioneer. We have rear defroster even. We have hazard lights, air conditioning, heat. It sticks for some reason right there, but it goes, wow. Does the horn work? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the horn works. Let's just, oh, does it have a clutch? That clutch is light as a feather. Uh-oh. Is this fuel injected or carbureted? Dead. Ah, that figures. Okay, well, now we need to figure out how to open the hood. And being completely honest with you guys, I don't have a clue how to do that. Oh, cigarettes. Hold on. Please tell me these are cigarettes that people were smoking in Japan, right? Let's take a look. These are S lights. I don't know what those are, actually. Probably shouldn't be touching on that stuff. Huh. Okay. Well, I know as much about this car as probably the majority of you do. I was hoping that it wasn't dead, but can we assume that there's some kind of a hood release under here somewhere? Nope. I sure don't see one. I found it. There we go. If you're ever wondering, if you ever buy one of these, there's the hood release right there, right? Come on out. Yeah, literally right under the driver's side dash like you would expect it to be. Oh, and the hood opens backwards. Well, that's, oh my goodness, it has what looks like maybe a factory battery? I don't know. Let me prop this hood up, although it seems to hold itself up just fine. All right. This looks carbureted, guys. I don't think this is fuel injected. No, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a carburetor. We have a battery here that's got a bunch of Japanese writing all over it. It's called an ECNO. ECNO is ultra battery. What does all that say? I don't have a clue. Transmission. Well, you want to talk about a commuter. Guys, I could literally lift the engine out of this car with my bare hands. I could lift the whole car, I think, with my bare hands. This is not a difficult vehicle to work on. At least it doesn't appear to be. Everything looks really, really simple. Oh, it is a timing belt motor. So, probably non-interference. Oh, I'm saying probably non-interference. We have some vacuum lines here. What is this? That's just, I don't know what's happening there. And you've got this vacuum line. It looks like it belongs right here, but yeah, we're going to have to get into this. I'm going to need a vacuum diagram for this car. I've got to know if it's fuel injected. It's a Nissan, so I'm assuming it's fuel injected, guys. Let's put this right here, and let's take this lid off. Just have a look. Nope, that is definitely carbureted. Oh, wow. I imagine finding a carburetor for this would not be an easy thing to do. This is cool, guys. Let me go grab a booster pack, because you know what time it is. We have got to take this thing on the road before it gets dark. We got to drive it. I mean, this thing made its way all the way from Japan over here to the United States. This is a cool little car. Brake reservoir over here. Everything's on the wrong side. And it even has an oxygen sensor. It's carbureted with an oxygen sensor. I would love to check the oil, but I'll be honest with you, I have no idea where the dipstick even is for this car. Let's see the coolant. It's green. It doesn't have anything in there. Nope, ain't really anything in there, but I mean, it's probably got enough. And I guess we're gonna have to assume that it has enough oil. Oh, there's the oil, it's on the other side. Let's just be safe and check the oil before we go taking her on a 10-mile run. Oh, wow. Well, I don't think anybody has changed this oil in a very long time. I mean, it's got plenty of oil, but wow, that is, like, seriously, that's pretty nasty. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that. It's not important as long as it has oil. Now, where did that dipstick come from? I have no idea. All right, the booster pack is on. I also noticed there's a vacuum line missing down here on the distributor for the vacuum advance, so I'm sure this car is going to run absolutely perfect. I have no doubt that it still has all 51 horsepower that it had when it was originally manufactured in 1987. Wow. Really? A little bit of chatter from the clutch. There's your instrument cluster. I think 100 miles per hour is like 60 miles an hour, something like that. I don't know. You've got a little, there we go, RPM gauge here. Does it work? No, no, it definitely doesn't work. So your turn signals are, okay, over here, headlights right here, and then your windshield wipers are right here, and they even work. What are the chances the AC works? I'm gonna say slim to none. So that's off. I can't believe this car has air conditioning. No power steering, obviously, and the radio, well, let's just try it out, because I'm gonna say that's a no. No, and there's some wires to the radio that are just kind of running on the floor here. Well, that sucks, because this old Pioneer is super cool, man. Yeah, so pull, balance, volume, fader. Maybe I'm not even pushing the power button. Yeah, it's on. It doesn't work. That's fine. And the air conditioning, yeah, that also doesn't work. What's most important is the heat, though. So if the heat works, we're good. It surprisingly, uh-oh. I shouldn't have thought it. I shouldn't have thought it. I literally was thinking to myself, and I was about to say it, this thing surprisingly runs really well. Like, it runs really well. Oh, no. Oh, the tach is working. Oh, it does not want to stay running, though. Interesting. I wonder if those gauges work. I would hate to get down the road and find out that we don't have a working gas gauge, right? Come on, man. This is not cool. Whoa. Whoa, hey now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, guys. That's not good. Oh, man. Okay. Does the clutch work? Yeah, it does. Oh, it's not very happy right now. Wow. Okay. I mean, right now I'm inclined just to take what I can get from this little car. Yeah, it's not gonna idle down, guys. Wow. Okay, easy. 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 That's fine. Okay. Is my door? Wow, this is bad. Okay. Third gear. There we go. Yeah. All right. Well, this is very bizarre, guys. Not gonna lie, I'm not used to driving on this side of the road. I have no idea how fast I'm going. Like, what is 80 kilometers an hour? Am I speeding? Is it 40, 45? I don't know. Honestly, it's not driving too bad. It's a little noisy. Fourth gear. Temperature is coming up. Now it's getting a little noisy. Yeah. It's even got a fifth gear for overdrive, which I'm kind of shocked about. So here we are cruising at 100 kilometers an hour in a 51 horsepower car. We're at 3,500 RPM. Maybe I should put it in overdrive. The horn works. There's overdrive. All right, in overdrive, we're doing 110 kilometers an hour at 3,000 RPMs. And something's beeping. I have no idea. This is really weird, guys. Like, I am not even lying. This feels different. I kind of like it. If I didn't have the camera in my hand, I would have a much easier time driving this car. But I'm doing everything backwards right now, which is a little bizarre. And again, something in the car is beeping. I have no idea what that is. We're now doing 120 kilometers an hour, almost 130. And again, I have no clue how fast I'm going. None. All of our lights down here, though, nothing is on, warning us that we have any problems. So I guess for now, I'm just gonna drive the car and hope for the best. So, what are my thoughts? Was it worth it? I don't know, man. It's rough, for sure. And I just remembered that I'm riding on completely rotten tires. And we're doing however fast 120 kilometers an hour is. Yeah. And I'm attempting to drive this cracker box on wheels 10 miles at highway speeds. God knows this car probably has not driven anywhere in a very, very long time. I'm about to try out the heater though, so we can at least find out if that works. It's not as bad of a ride as I would have expected from something this small, and the way they've got it geared, and I guess how light the car is, I mean, it seems to have no problems getting up to 120, 130 kilometers an hour. No problems at all. And for what it is, it's actually not very bad to drive at all. Well, surprisingly enough, we made it to our 5 mile mark and it's dying. Yeah, it's trying to die on me. It died. So here we are, off-road, dead. But it made it to the 5 mile mark. That's, I mean, I'll give it credit for that. I bet it fires right back up. And there it goes, revving way up again. Huh. Yeah, that's not good. Well, let's get out and have a look. Let's just make sure we don't see anything on fire, smoking, any tires that have blown out or anything. You know, in the sunlight, it actually doesn't look too bad, guys. It's getting looks everywhere I go, and for all the wrong reasons. There is not a single person driving by looking at me driving this car on the wrong side of the car thinking, man, that guy is cool. I hope to be like him someday. So don't buy a car like this if that's the attention you're looking for, because you are never going to get it. I didn't bother checking to see if any of the lights work. I may have brake lights, I might not. I heard the turn signals clicking, so I can only assume that they work. What's going on with the revving? I don't know. With all those vacuum lines disconnected, I would assume if we could find some schematic on this, a vacuum diagram maybe for this car, we might be able to get that idle down to where it should be. But with a bunch of vacuum leaks, lines missing, no, that's probably not going to happen. So if you have any insight on this car, maybe a vacuum diagram would be a great place to start. Shoot it my way. You can send it to me, autoauctionrebuilds@gmail.com. So why don't we get back in this clown car, which I'm surprised that I'm going to say this, but it's actually quite spacious, at least in the front seats. There's plenty of room. Heater does not work. That could possibly be because it has no coolant. I really should have added some coolant to it, but I was in such a hurry to get on the road. Well, here we are in our 1-liter, 51 horsepower Nissan Be-1. Oh, and off we go to the races. And if you're wondering if it feels a little claustrophobic in here, not so much. It's not that bad, but the ride quality is definitely not the greatest. This car takes some getting used to. And also, driving on the wrong side of the road and having to watch out for the yellow line on the driver's side, very strange. I assume that maybe... Oh, that was the wrong gear. That was third gear. I'm going to blow this car up before it ever has an opportunity. I would assume that maybe after you drive this car for, I don't know, an hour or so, you probably start getting the hang of it. I just haven't got it quite yet. And yeah, it's a little loud in here. There's something beeping at me for some reason. The temperature looks to be good, and I hope that it's accurate, but I really regret not trying to put some coolant into this thing before we took off. I'm going to continue on my way and, well, cross your fingers that we're going to get home safe and sound. Continuing the journey back, I'm still surprised that we haven't blown a tire. Those tires look to be in really bad shape. Obviously, this is not something that I'm going to be driving home today. I usually like to get my new cars and take them home, but today I'm taking the Tesla Model S home, and this one is going to stay here. I'm going to try to mess with it a little bit. I'll definitely check the coolant level, and we'll try to get the idle right. We'll also try to get the vacuum lines put together where they're supposed to be, and maybe possibly after all of that and putting tires on it, maybe it'll be ready for a drive to the big city. Then again, maybe I'll just tinker with the car, hopefully get it running right, and then sell it, because I honestly don't ever see myself driving this car. With that said, I'm not throwing shade at the little clown car. I'm absolutely not. Guys, we're doing whatever 120 kilometers is, we're doing it. And sometimes 130, and I'm not flooring it. And that includes going up hills, down hills, and I'm in 5th gear. Now, we're losing speed currently, but if I downshifted to 4th, we're still at 100, almost 110. I'd probably need to downshift to 3rd gear, honestly, for any better than that. But seriously, not bad for a little car that probably hasn't been on the road in God knows how long. not bad at all. I give the car credit. It's just, this would not be something I would want to drive as a highway cruiser in town all day, every day, because people are going to stare at it. It's going to get attention, and people are probably going to want to stop and talk to you about it. But for a long commute on the interstate, I'm thinking there are better options. Although, I'm pretty sure this car could do it. Are you surprised that we made it back to town? I'm truly surprised. From here, even if something goes wrong, it's not a big deal for me to get home. Very shocked that this car made the journey all the way there and back. That's a 10-mile run, guys, and the temperature is still ice cold. That's a little concerning. That's actually quite concerning. It should not be cold at this point. As far as shifting with your left hand, honestly, it doesn't take a whole lot of getting used to. I thought it was going to be a little more difficult. I find, for me, the hardest part is staying on my side. Oh, that's not the turn signal. That's the windshield wiper. Oh, it died. Oh, okay. Well, that's what... Okay, well, the hardest part for me is remembering that I'm on the wrong side of the car and letting that side get over the yellow line. You've really got to focus more on this side and keeping this side toward the white line on your side of the road than you do focusing on that. So there is a learning curve to this. Let's see if it'll fire up again. It just doesn't want to idle. Now, if I get my foot 1500, it'll idle at 1500, 2000, but under 1500, it starts getting a little squirrely. I turned the lights on. It looks like the dash lights work. Take a look down here. Now, I don't know what we have for headlights. I guess we have headlights, and we do seem to have turn signals. Yeah, I don't know. She's going to need a little bit of tender, loving care, and it's going to die as soon as I let off the... Yeah, and now I got to turn the lights off. Great. I wish I could keep it running. This is quite frustrating because she will absolutely idle. And sometimes she's sitting there idling at 4,000 RPMs, and other times you can hear it fluctuating. However, the temperature gauge is finally starting to come up. Let's try the heat again. And that's a no. Like there is nothing coming from the heater. All right, let me unbuckle and let's go out and check our lights. Well, it died again. I just want to see if we even have any lights. We do. We got lights over here. Yeah, we got lights. What about a license plate light? We do. Look at that. License plate lights too. Nope. That light is out. This light works though. It's got like a daytime running light at the bottom, and then it's got an actual headlight bulb at the top. And these lights, I assume, are probably just like turn signals. I'm guessing they don't actually come on with the headlights. Let's see if we have, yeah, there we go. Turn signal. Turn signal. Or maybe there's supposed to be a parking light back there, right? Yeah, I don't know. Let's check back here as well. Turn signal light is working. It seems like the majority of the lights work on this car. Let's check this side. Yeah, turn signal light works. I'm surprised it didn't ride like it had bad tires. It actually rode pretty decent. It's unique. I was getting ready to get into the wrong side. That's all I can tell you. It's a very, very unique car. I'm still not quite sure what I think about it. It's interesting, it's different, it's a change of pace, which is something I just really wanted to do for the channel for the new year. I wanted to try something different. I sure wish it would idle though. It just, you know, it won't. And I'll bet if we pop the hood, we don't have any pressure on the cooling system. I'm really hoping that we didn't drive this thing without coolant, because that would be a horrible thing. Yeah, there's no pressure. I don't think there's coolant in it, guys. Oh my God. Are you serious? Well, turns out I was wrong. It does have pressure on the cooling system, and I felt it with my hands. I squeezed it really good. It's just the hoses are so small, it's so easy to push them in. It doesn't feel like a normal car because of just how small everything is. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this car. I can only assume that there's some diagnostic port. I was trying to think OBD, like an OBD1 port somewhere, but I think before we even try to get into any of that, we're gonna need to pull off the air cleaner, maybe clean up the carburetor with some carb cleaner, clean it out real good, put some fuel system cleaner through it, fresh gasoline, and obviously fix all of the vacuum leaks. And that's the biggest thing to deal with right now, is getting the vacuum leaks fixed, and then maybe changing the oil. I don't even know what oil filter this takes, so I'm going to have to dig into that as well. It does look like it has all the air conditioning components still attached. It'd be interesting to find out why it doesn't have any heat. And I mean, it needs quite a few things, guys. For $39.95 or whatever it was I paid for it, I'm not really complaining. It's something different, and it's just kind of different and fun and unique, and I wanted to bring it to the channel for those reasons, because it is a brand new year, at least for me. If I missed you guys for New Year's, Happy New Year. It's literally today. And I hope you enjoyed the quirky, weird, bizarre content from this car. I don't plan on making this a regular thing on the channel. It's just something I wanted to do. A right-hand drive gray market import from Japan. My first one, and yeah, I'm probably going to end up selling this car down the road. Well, I tried. I couldn't wait till the next video to try to get this thing right. So I found a vacuum hose. Sorry, guys. I'm still exhausted from driving 10 hours back to Oklahoma. I found a vacuum hose in the garage that worked, and I ran it from the EGR valve. Or sorry, see what I mean? I'm out of it today. I ran it from the, I forgot what this is called. I need to just go to bed, guys. The vacuum advance on the distributor. I ran it back over here to where it goes, and while I was over here, I found a broken hard plastic line that was sitting next to this vacuum line right here. It's this right here. Somebody had already rigged this up, but it had come out, so I put that back in. I made sure everything under here was connected, so it looks like the vacuum lines are hooked up. I did check the coolant level in the radiator. It was almost completely full. It barely held anything at all, but I went ahead and topped it off. Car was not overheating or anything like that, not even close. But we don't have heat, and that's still, you know, a little concerning. Let's see if it'll idle now with the vacuum lines hooked up. Probably not. Oh. Well, that's nice. I think for sure we're going to have to get that battery replaced with probably a lawnmower battery would be my guess. I'm serious. I really think this car takes like a riding mower battery. Oh, man. Come on. I was really hoping that we'd get an idle. Maybe there's a set screw for the, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a set screw for the low idle, the curb idle, that I'm missing. Yeah, it gets down to 1,000 RPM and it just hangs it up, man. Come on, old girl, what's the problem? I wonder if there's got to be a way of getting this idle set. I mean, it seems to run fine. It seems to drive down the road fine. It does not want to idle. And by the way, here's another thing. The brights both work. I just found this out. Look at the brights. They both work. When I turn them off, they both go out. Oh, and now, yeah, that left one over there seems to be having some problems too. It's trying to idle. It really is. It just, Wait. Nope. Come down. Okay. I'm going to try the heat one more time. Maybe this thing doesn't have a thermostat in it or something. There's like 0 heat. Yeah, that's great. Okay, you know what? We're done with this video. I'm finished. I'm just gonna call it a wrap, man. We're done for today. It's getting dark. It's getting late. I want to get home. See if it has working locks, though. I wouldn't want somebody stealing my little hot rod. Look at that. The door locks work. I'm not locking it, guys. I'm totally kidding. This door this is a lot of the noise that you hear when I'm driving. I think the door needs a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, there's an adjuster right there, so that's good, because this is just, and I'll bet the other side does the exact same thing. Listen, it was a cheap car. I had fun making this video for you guys, and I think we're going to have fun taking it into the shop and kind of tinkering with it a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on, maybe getting it running a little bit better. Ultimately, though, this is not something I plan on keeping, guys. I paid $34.95 for it, and of course I had to have it shipped, but either way, I think it's fun. We're going to enjoy it a little bit, and then we'll do like we do with the rest of the cars, and we'll send them down the road. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Drop your comments below. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.